continuing to improve their craft every single day. The draft was a total team effort. I want to take a moment to thank our entire basketball operations staff for their tireless work ethic and commitment to get this draft right. During this process, the drafting in Shea and Jerome was the culmination of our scouts and front office working not just for this year, but over the period of years, we did a fantastic job of dialing in these two guys and making sure they were the right fit for our organization. Specifically, I'd like to recognize Trent Redden and Jason Piambetti, along with our team of evaluators for their commitment and work to make these selections. I'd like to thank Doc for spending the time studying these players, visiting with them, and really getting a feel for their leadership and drive. And I'd like to acknowledge Jerry West for his passionate advice and counsel. And now, to the reason we're here today. I'd like to welcome Shea and Jerome, along with their family, friends, and representatives to the LA Clippers. We'd like to recognize Kenold Knight, Dwayne Washington, Thad Fouché, Joe Smith, Amy Robinson, Jerome Robinson Sr., Javon Robinson, Justin Robinson, Jonathan Robinson, Aaron Mintz, and Michael Tellem. Shea and Jerome were our top 2 targets coming into the draft, and we feel very, very fortunate that they're sitting together here today. We're thrilled to have 2 players that possess the Clipper characteristics of what we expect from all Clipper players in Shea and Jerome. These 2 will further enhance our culture of excellence, accountability, and development. Both are extremely hard workers who are going to get in the gym and get better every single day. As Christina mentioned, draft night's always very, very interesting. We knew we wanted Shea and we didn't take any chances, as we were able to move up 1 spot in a deal with Charlotte to get our guy. He's a natural leader with a tremendous work ethic that plays a winning brand of basketball. We're proud to now call him a Clipper. Jerome, likewise, was another player we targeted early and was a clear choice with our 13th pick. He showed tremendous development while at Boston College and is another tough competitor who plays hard every time he steps on the floor. Jerome's high character and commitment to constantly improving makes him a perfect fit for our organization. We feel incredibly fortunate to have these 2 terrific young men join our organization, and we're looking forward to watching their growth. Thank you to Steve for your commitment to this team and the city. Thank you to our fans for your support, and thank you to Shea and Jerome for being here and eager to get to work. Thank you.
Thank you, Lawrence. Now to introduce an NBA champion and the winningest coach in Clippers history, Doc Rivers.
Thank you. Congratulations, guys. Number 1. I got to tell you, this year has been great for us. The draft process for me was simple. Lawrence would call me and say, these are our 2 guys. It started out with what, for you guys, hundreds of guys, and by the time they got to me, it was probably 4 or 5 guys, and then going into the draft, you know, it was down to 3, basically, and then down to 2, and we knew exactly what we wanted. We ended up with it. We ended up with some size at the guard spot with great offensive skilled players. And one of the things I told them right when we talked on the first day is, it doesn't matter where you go on the draft, it's just a number for one day. It matters what you do for the rest of your career. And one of the reasons we like both of these guys is because of their character, the cultures that they've come from, and they both they're committed and they have toughness. And the toughness factor fits into our culture. And we realize, we believe that 12 and 13 now is a great number to be drafted at. And 5 years from now, when everyone does the redraft, they're going to say, wow, these guys should have been 2 and 3, 1 and 2. And I believe that because of their work ethic and really their character. So in short, I'm thrilled. I can't wait to get started. Summer League starts very shortly, which is amazing when you think about the NBA process. You get drafted, and a week later, you're actually on the floor in Summer League. Expected to do well. Expected to win. So for the fans, I think you're going to really enjoy these guys. I know I will.
All right, thanks a lot, Doc. So this young man played 1 collegiate season at Kentucky and earned second-team All-SEC honors and was named MVP of the SEC tournament. It is my pleasure to introduce from Hamilton, Ontario, the 11th pick in the 2018 NBA draft, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
First and foremost, just want to say thank you to the entire Clipper staff for giving me this opportunity. It's a dream come true, and I'm just really thankful. And secondly, I just think what I'm bringing to this culture, toughness, leadership, and just a work ethic that I'm gonna try and capitalize on my abilities and give this organization everything I can, and that's what they'll expect from me, and that's what they'll get.
Thank you, Shay. Next, we have a native of Raleigh, North Carolina, who played 3 seasons at Boston College, where he was named All-ACC First Team. It is again my pleasure to introduce the 13th pick in the 2018 draft, Jerome Robinson.
Thank you. Just like Shay, I want to thank the whole organization, front office, the coaching staff. Just, it's a great opportunity. I think me and Shay are really going to capitalize, like he said, on what we've been given here, and grow and work for everything that we got. It's an amazing experience. It's a blessed experience, and I think we're just ready to work.
All right, thank you, Jerome. It is great to hear from these guys today and see the start of their NBA journeys, and we're all eager to see them go to work. Now, we're going to open it up to questions from the media, so please wait for the microphone, and prior to asking your question, please state your name and affiliation.
Yeah, Jim Hill, CBS Sports and KCAL9 for both Shay and Jerome. Gentlemen, how do you think your youth will help you in the league? And on the other side of that coin, how do you think your youth will make it more difficult for you to succeed immediately?
As far as what helped us in the league, I guess you can say our bodies are a lot fresher. I guess we have a new style of play, and be a lot faster, younger, be able to get up and down the court faster. As far as it'll be a little bit challenging getting our body used to the physical play of this league, obviously. I guess the fitness of it, the pace of this game is obviously a lot faster, and the toughness of guys.
Yeah, I would just say being young, energetic, and like you said, getting up and down the floor is going to be something that we bring. Being young, it'll be tough. Like you said, the physicality as a grown man we're going to be playing against from now on. Just getting our bodies used to the grind and going from 30 games to 82 games, and understand how to take care of your body is going to be huge.
Cam Buford, LA News Observer, right here. We've got a question for both of you guys. How familiar were you guys with the Clippers before the draft? And then what void did you, in knowing about the Clippers, what void did you see that you can fill, that you're looking to fill, that you're eager to fill?
I wasn't too familiar before this whole process started, but as the process, I guess you could say, started winding down, I had a couple spots that I figured I wanted to go to, and I thought I could fill that void, and this was the main spot. And as far as the void, I feel like the 3 biggest things I bring to any organization in the league is leadership, being able to defend in multiple positions, and playmaking ability. And I think at the point guard position, that's what this team needs for the next level, and to take this team to the next step in this NBA, and I think I can do so.
Yeah, I would say I was decently familiar. You got Doc, you got Jerry, you got Steve, guys that, names that you hear, and on TV and the news and stuff like that. It's awesome, to be a part of this organization. And void-wise, I think that, I'm a guy that can score at all 3 levels, can play multiple positions, can play make as well, and guard multiple positions. Just an overall player. Is somebody that I think the Clippers are getting.
Thank you.
Hi, Tomer Zarli from Clutch Points, up here in front. First of all, welcome to LA. I just want to ask, what are you guys' individual and team goals for this season?
Personally, I just want to contribute to the team as much as possible right away. Bring a winning culture as I did at the last level. And yeah, just work and have my teammates trusting me and me trusting them as well. That's probably just the main things.
Yeah, I would say pretty much the same thing. Just being a sponge and being able to learn right away from these guys that, it's a winning program that I'm going into, and they want to win right now. And I feel like leaving BC that I turned that into a winning program, and I want to be a part of some winners, and just being a sponge. They're winning at the NBA level, and I want to be a part of that.
Welcome to LA, Nick Hamilton, Rubber Media. Question for both of you guys. What type of advice did you guys get preparing for the NBA draft? And then you guys had a few days to kind of let it soak in that you guys were Clippers. Did you get any advice as far as how to ingratiate yourself into the Clippers organization and the way that you guys need to play?
Yeah, the biggest piece of advice I got was be yourself. You're here because of the person you are and the player you are today. So changing that wouldn't help your case at all. Just being yourself and continuing to be yourself will get you to where you want to go.
Yeah, same as Shea. I mean, literally word for word. And that's the hardest thing you can do is, being yourself. A lot of guys, try to come in here and be something that they're not. I mean, that's hard. It's hard to, keep that front up for a while, and, going in and being yourself and staying true to yourself is huge, taking this next step, because at the end of the day, they'll know, if you're not being yourself and you're kind of putting up somebody that you're not.
Right here, Claudia Gestra with BAS TV. You obviously want to strengthen the backcourt. How do you see Shea and Jerome fitting in short or long term?
For me?
Yes.
Well, just the fact that they're multiple positional players. I look at Jerome as a guy that can play at the 2 and the 1. I look at Shea, once we feed him a little bit more, they can play at the 1, 2, and 3 at times with his length and his size and his toughness. So when you have players that can play multiple positions, I think you can use them for a long time. And I think they'll be very good at doing all of those things.
Hey, Doc, Brad Turner over here from the LA Times.
What's your name, son?
Lawrence Bradley Turner. one of those. There have been stories that you don't like playing rookies and young players. Yeah. How much truth is to that, and what do you say to these 2 young guys that maybe have heard that, and will you try to incorporate these young guys this season?
Well, I would just say look at my coaching history. Really. I've had 1 Rookie of the Year, Mike Miller. My first year, I won Coach of the Year from playing all rookies. In Boston, I played 5 high school guys at the same time. I think that narrative came along when I was in Boston, and we had Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce, and they were veteran players, and I guess I played them over the rookies. Really. I mean, that's basically. They were just pretty good, and so I just decided. And then obviously when I came to the Clippers, we had Blake and Chris and DJ, and I foolishly made the decision to play those guys. But other than that, I've never had a problem. People forget I won a world championship with Rajon Rondo as a second-year guard, and he played a bunch of his first year along with Kendrick Perkins. So I'm going to play the best players, guys who deserve it, but I will never give a rookie minutes because he's a rookie. I think that deteriorates your culture. I think everyone has to earn minutes on the floor, and I expect that to happen. Right?
All right, thank you everyone for your questions. Now, before we end, we'll ask the guys on stage to please step in front.